Alright, so it's been 3 days since we released the package into the hives. Now we gotta get the smoker going and we're gonna get a little smoke on them. Open up the hive for the first time, see if the queen has been released from her little cage. And if so, we'll go ahead and we'll try to pull a couple frames, see if we can't see some egg laying, and fill up the feeders. So for the smoker we've got here, gotta make sure you take this out of the bottom, make sure it's got the tabs bent up decent. You're gonna want the tabs down. It's gonna keep the fuel off the bottom of the smoker. That way you get air underneath it, keep it lit. And obviously you got your little thing here. We're just gonna use some pine needles that we got all around us here. Get a little bit in there. They say you want to make sure you have a decent amount of fuel, that way you don't run out in the middle. So we're gonna get her going pretty good here. Just trying to get another little flame going in there. Little thing gets warm fast. I think that'll do. So I'm gonna get my hood up here, that way I don't get stung, and we'll see what we got going on. Alright, so we've got our hive tools here, in case we need them to pull any of the frames. Smoker's going. Let's go see what we got. So as you can see, they got that feeder dry. So they're pretty busy today on their own. Looks like they're out looking for food. Busy bees. Okay, so we just need a couple puffs of smoke in here. What this is going to do is it's going to help mask some of the alarm pheromone. This will just help keep the bees from getting too angry. Calm them down a little bit. They also say it sometimes simulates a bit of like a forest fire, so it'll cause them to go gorge themselves on honey, just in case. This will also help slow them down. A bit of like a food coma. Sorry, just getting the tripod adjusted here. So you can see here the tab. This is what's holding the little box the queen was in. So we're just going to take a look, see if she's free. As you can see, they're nice and calm. Alright, so the queen is out. You can see they ate the candy out of the end there. Well, it's possible she might be here on the lid. I'm not sure what they got going on there. So if I remember right, this is the one that had a little bit of paint on the queen, so she should be easy to spot. So I don't see her there, so let's see what we got going on inside. Basically, we just want to make sure she's laying. We want to disturb this as little as possible. No, I'm not seeing her on this lid, so I'm going to go ahead and set it down here to the side. Oh, that's a lot of bees. So as you can see, they got the comb building up pretty nice there. Try to see if I can't see any eggs. Oh, I see eggs. See if I can't get you in there. There they are. Those little white specks. So we're going to hurry up and get this back in. We want to disturb them as little as possible here. They do have quite the build-up there. I'll have to see what that's about. Very carefully. Don't want to squish them. A little bee brush here. Very soft. As you can see, we did accidentally have a casualty. Sorry, buddy. So that one was a success. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some of this here sugar syrup, basically 1-to-1 sugar to water by weight. Going to go ahead and fill up this entrance feeder. Now you do want to keep this topped off, especially when you first start off a hive. Really help them get the comb going. That way the queen can keep laying, really build up your colony. While we're here, we're going to take a look and see if we can't spot any bees with some pollen coming in. I think I just saw a couple. See if we can't spot somebody with pollen. Oh, there's one there. Well, there's got some there. I'm seeing yellow. The last one was a bit of a grayish color, was interesting. Oh, he had a lot. Yeah, you can see on his back legs there. Cool. So they have found a food source. Alright, so we're going to get a little smoke on these guys here. Again, just a couple puffs is all it takes. Let that marinate for a second. Tried to give you all a little bit different angle this time around. So again, all we're doing here, we're going to make sure the queen got free. And we're going to see if we can't spot some eggs. And then we're going to get this closed back up as quick as we can. What they're trying to do is keep the hive at a steady temperature there in the middle. Nice and warm, around 98 degrees. That way the eggs can incubate. So you want to be quick. I always want to remember to make sure there's no queen on the lid. Don't want to drop her off on the ground somewhere. For some reason they're making comb on the lid here. Not sure what that's about. So I don't see any queens on the lid here. We're going to go ahead and brush them off and get a frame out. I did bring my frame grabbing tool this time. We'll give that a try. So these guys really aren't using the frame like they're supposed to. Not really sure what they got going on there. Now I do see eggs, so that's what we're mainly looking for here. We're going to go ahead and slide this back down in. So I was just thinking, the way we had those frames spread out for that queen cage to sit in there, probably gave them too big of a gap there. It's probably why they're filling it in with comb. So there are other ways to do that. Some people will use a ring to raise this lid up. That way you can set the cage right in the middle. I'm starting to think that's probably why. So we're going to close these gaps up here a little bit. We'll get our lid back on. All in all, everything's going pretty well. Go ahead and fill up their feeder, and we'll leave them be for the day.